Hey everybody, this is Life.
Yeah, with Tim and Jenna.
Cause I'd still pick you in the checkout line when the coupons fail and the card declines, when the kids are screaming and the car won't steer, and I'm one small inconvenience from a breakdown in here. Yeah, I'd still pick you. You're my steady north, my Jedi in my court.
So we're starting a podcast about marriage, and we just wanted to get on, introduce ourselves. This is our very first podcast on this topic, and so just a little bit about us. We've been in ministry for almost 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jenna is a licensed professional counselor. I work now primarily as a biblical counselor. We both still lead a marriage ministry at our church. Mm-hmm. We are married, been married for
almost 19 years.
Almost 19 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Coming up this summer.
We have 2 decades. I feel like that makes us old. Anyway.
Makes you old. It just makes me just
oh, right.
Prime is the right word, I think.
Age
I think
like
that's
wine
what it makes
kind
me.
of thing? No.
Yeah. Fine wine. That's
He's
what I am.
old
I'm
and I'm
wine.
not.
We've got 5 kids, just a little bit more about us. We've got 5 kids. Youngest 6, oldest 17, almost to the point where one is leaving.
Yeah, our 17-year-old will probably be ready to escape.
Yes.
in the next year or 2.
We are both excited about that, bummed about that.
Yeah,
but
I would keep her forever.
Mostly excited. She's here with us today. She's actually helping us record things. So
yes, our goal today.
Yeah, our goal is to make her feel uncomfortable. If that's all we do with this podcast is make our teenage daughter feel uncomfortable, then we have succeeded.
We have won. We've
come
won
along
something.
On the ride with us. But here's the reason why we're doing this. We have been in the counseling room, sat across from couples, and they've been struggling to know what to do with their marriage. They've got challenges, they've got difficulties in front of them, and they're looking for help. And so hopefully the podcast will be something that you guys can take and use for you.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
But speaking of that, in our early years, marriage was not easy for us, right?
No, roller coaster would be a great way to describe it.
Yeah. Probably the first 3 years, 3 years definitely, probably closer to 7. It was hard. There was a lot of challenges we had. We had challenges in communication, challenges in
expectations.
Yeah, expectations. Yeah. We both had things that we expected from the other.
On every single level, like relationally, emotionally, intimately. Yeah. Like there's so many things that we both brought to the table, expectations, hopes, desires, and we were not on the same page. Yeah. Many times, yeah.
And now marriage is awesome. We love marriage, but marriage is not perfect. Sometimes people get this perception of us, and I don't know why, because I don't think we've ever
We're pretty honest
to be perfect.
Yeah.
And we would be the first ones to say we are far from perfect. And our kids would definitely agree.
Yeah, our kids would definitely jump in and say, you're not perfect.
But it's weird because we'll have people say, well, of course you can do that. You're Tim and Jenna. And we don't know where that comes from. We are far from perfect. In fact, just even today, we had not an argument, but just we weren't on the same page with the conversation.
An awkward, intense moment. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not intense.
It was a little bit intense. Yes. Would you like to share?
It wasn't intense. I already said that. But anyway, all that to say, we love marriage. We are so excited about marriage. We're excited about helping people with marriage. And that's our heart for this podcast, is for you guys to see that marriage is real. Marriage is hard and difficult, but it can be amazing.
Yeah.
And so we hope that you come away feeling like no matter how hard your marriage is, how difficult it is, there is hope. And there is...
Yeah, I think both of us are in the world of counseling and therapy. And so we're going to bring some of that to the table. And also, we're going to bring our experiences from ministry. We've done life in the church for our entire marriage. We're going to bring life from the perspective of parents of multiple children. There's a lot that comes with all of those areas. So we hope that in some way we'll be able to relate to the couples that are watching and tuning in with us, because we do kind of have a lot of different plates spinning.
Sure, which ones are spinning and where they're spinning and how they're spinning. But they're spinning, hopefully, until they're not. But to help you guys get to know us a little bit better, we've got a few just random questions that we're going to ask.
Yeah.
You want to grab those?
Yeah.
So
We haven't gone over these yet, so let's see what the answers will
she
be.
wouldn't let us formulate our answers. So,
No, I want it to be authentic and real, not practiced.
which is not good for me because I'm not spur of the moment.
Okay, all right, first. Who said I love you first?
Me?
Yes, he did. Do you remember where?
No.
I do.
No. Where
we
was
were
it?
we were at Justin and Sheila's wedding, sitting on a
Oh,
porch
yeah.
swing
Yes.
at our
yes.
friend's house, Lee and Jatina Bingham. Yeah, it was so long ago. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I was
Next.
right. Woohoo!
We were
Points
both
for
right.
me. I'm winning.
Yes. Who is more stubborn?
Me. No.
No,
It
yes.
depends on what it's about. It depends
me.
on what it's about because she's stubborn about some things.
Yes, my daughter agrees that it's totally my husband.
Listen.
I'm definitely going to be the one that bends first towards Tim.
I am pretty stubborn.
Yes.
So much so that if anybody, and everybody just knows this in our family, if they come and ask me for something, they know the answer is going to be no.
Yes,
upfront.
he's the no guy. But
No guy.
he says no because he doesn't know how the answer can be yes. So if you give him some time and he figured out how he can change that no to a yes, it usually works out, right? I'm the one who says yes first, and then it doesn't work out, and it looks like I was lying, and I break promises, and I hate that feeling. So it's almost better. All right, who apologizes first?
Probably me more.
I don't know. I think we're both pretty quick to apologize. We both know when we're wrong.
Yeah, it probably depends on the situation. I think sometimes she apologizes first, sometimes I apologize first.
Yeah, you didn't apologize for this morning. We'll talk about that later. Okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
Who is more dramatic?
That one. That one.
Yes.
If you want to see drama,
I can put on a show.
Yes.
Theater, for sure.
and some of our children take after me, and some of our children take after her.
Yes, we have a nice blend.
Yes.
And our house is always fun.
Yep, we
Okay.
have some drama.
Who spends more money?
We need
You
to re-
spend
we need to
bigger
re-
purchases, and I spend,
I spend more
lots
money
of
because I pay
little
all the
purchases.
bills.
That's true. So
I
he
spend-
spends a mortgage every month. I
Yes.
do not spend that much money.
Who spends more money on things that are
Mm-hmm.
more random?
Random? What do you mean random?
Just random.
I mean, okay. I take my kid to get things.
Anyway,
That's the problem.
all right.
See, I'm the yes person.
We got to keep going. This
Oh, I
podcast
think
is
that's
gonna be
it.
like
That was the
100
last
that was it?
question. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll come up with more for next time.
Yeah.
Each time we're going to have some fun questions that you guys will get to know us better on. If you have some fun questions that you want to ask us, just
Yeah,
send
drop them in
to
the
us.
comments. Yeah.
Drop them in the comments, and we'll get to those as we can. We love answering questions. So,
Yeah.
but something we're going to do every podcast is we're going to take a myth about marriage and talk about it.
There's so many.
Yeah.
There are so many myths that people believe about marriage, both good and bad.
Yeah.
Right? Over positive and over negative about marriage. Hmm.
And usually those myths are destructive to marriage
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
or can at least make it challenging because we come in and we're believing certain things and in life hardly ever turns out the way you expect it to. And
True.
those unmet expectations, especially in marriage, can make it a challenge. So
Yeah.
today's myth is if we were meant to be together, if this marriage was meant to be, and if that person was meant to be the one, then it should absolutely be easy.
Yeah. If it's
Right.
meant to be, it'll be easy. If it's
Yeah.
fate, it'll work out. The reality,
That is
not
not
true.
true. At any point, right?
Yeah.
Nothing in life is easy.
Yeah. Anything of value, any kind of treasure, it's going to cost something.
Yes.
Right? And so if we would say that our marriage is valuable to us, that is a treasure in our life, we can't just let it sit in a field somewhere
Yeah.
and be uncovered. We have to work for that.
Yeah, we can't expect marriage to be awesome just on its own, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that wedding day is awesome. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Ours was a little bit stressful at points, but it was still really fun.
We had a lot of fun on our wedding day.
We did have a lot of fun, except for my mom catching us when we were kissing.
Yes,
that was
we,
awkward.
We tried to
We'll
slip
talk
away and
about that.
hide.
Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah,
about that
we'll talk about that.
some other time. That's a whole nother issue. That
Yeah.
we might need
We
counseling
have
for
a
that.
whole. Yes, that would okay.
But here's some of the things that, here's some reasons why we believe that myth. Maybe we've seen it in movies. How many movies paint the picture of there is that one person, that one amazing setup, that one amazing scene that just makes marriage look like a perfect situation, a perfect scenario.
Yeah.
We see it over and over and over again. I know growing up, Jenna would read some romance novels. I'm
Yep.
sure that was in there.
So guilty. Yeah, and it was always so easy for people to just like magically meet and
Yeah.
magically make it work, and everything just kind of fell in line. And it's just not true. It doesn't work that way.
Or maybe we see pastors on a stage or even celebrities. I don't know so much about celebrities. It seems like so many
Music,
celebrity marriages don't work.
Fall
But
apart. But even music,
Yeah.
romance songs and love songs. I mean, it's just it can take us in a lot of different directions that are not healthy.
yeah, and all of it is it's a momentary glimpse into a situation, and you don't see the full context of what's happening.
Yeah.
You don't see the context.
It's a lot like social media.
Yeah.
How many families put their best moments up there for everyone to see, and we get these ideas that, oh, this couple has this fantastic marriage that's 100% better than anyone else's, and we compare ourselves, but what we don't get to see are those behind the scene clips that are awful.
And here's the reason why that is so damaging to marriage, is because it paints that picture that the grass is greener on the other side. When your marriage starts to be a struggle, when
Yeah.
it starts to get difficult, when you guys aren't seeing eye to eye, you're having trouble communicating, it is easy to look and start looking at other people, other marriages, and just have that thought that, man, if I had another partner, if I had somebody else, if I had a different situation, different finances, all this different stuff, then my marriage would be good.
Yeah, I heard someone say once that the grass is not greener on the other side. It's greener where you water it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's where you pay attention, and it's better.
Yeah. And so that's what we want to talk about is how do we rephrase that? How do we reframe that idea that if I have the perfect person, then my marriage is going to be perfect?
Yeah.
The truth is that nobody's perfect, including you, right? Marriage takes work. A great marriage is going to take work.
Yeah.
If you think about beautiful arts or beautiful buildings, anything that has great value, it took some cost to get it there, right? And maybe that cost isn't by you, but somebody put time, they put effort, they put
labor.
resources into it.
Yeah, resources and
And
labor.
worked hard to create it. And so your marriage is no different.
Yeah.
In fact, for many people, if they want a thriving business, they spend time working at it and with intentionality. And oftentimes marriage just ends up being whatever's left or an occasional investment. And very few people step into marriage with, I'm going to work at this to make myself better and to make my
Businesses that we love and we invest a lot of time into, but we're kind of on the front end of our, getting after that and investing that time into our businesses. So we don't see a lot of reward right away. We have to wait for it to kind of take off and the wheel to start, turning and things to feel easier, I guess, over time as the pieces start to kind of come together. And the same is true for marriage, right? Like, especially in the beginning, or there might be like seasons where it feels like you're putting in a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of investment and there's not a lot of return. Your spouse might be a little resistant, or there might be some hurdles that you have to overcome emotionally or with intimacy. But I'm telling you, we have seen it work over and over again that if you're willing to put the time and the investment in, that it doesn't have to take forever for that return to start showing up in beautiful ways.
Yeah. And so we challenge you to rephrase that statement. Instead of, if I had the right person, my marriage would be awesome.
Yeah.
Then put it this way. What am I willing to do? What am I willing to change in me? What am I willing to commit to in my marriage to make it a great marriage? There is no perfect marriage, but there are great marriages. And your marriage can be great too if you have the intentionality and the desire to make it so.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we working on for me and you?
For me, the thing that I'm working on right now mostly is really kind of my initial response. We kind of talked about joking when anybody comes to me with questions, they ask, or my response is no, because I'm naturally just kind of pessimistic, analytic, those types of things. And so I'm really working on how I respond initially and my tone. I'm constantly on my kids lately about their tone and how it communicates things, and realizing that my tone communicates things, and oftentimes things that I don't want it to communicate. So I'm working on how to change that. I don't think I've arrived in any means. I'm very much on the front end of this, but that's what I'm working on. What are you working on?
I think for me, just the thing that comes most quickly to mind is that I am continually working on trust. Tim has never done anything to make me not trust him. In fact, over and over again, he proves that his ability to analyze and think things through, it makes things more steady, it makes things more solid. And I tend to jump ahead. Like I said before, I'm much faster at making choices and decisions without counting the cost. And so that requires an amount of trust for me to slow down and lean into my husband and say, yeah, I can trust him. And because he's proven to me that I can, and that he's got my heart at interest, and he's thinking about our kids as well. So that's something that I'm working on all the time.
Yeah. What is something you appreciate about our marriage?
Something that I appreciate about you specifically, well, number one, since my daughter is here, my husband's a fantastic lover. Yeah. Also, what I just said, I'm so thankful that my husband provides a sense of an anchor for our family. I do. I tend to think ahead of the game, and Tim anchors me in ways that I can't fully explain. He also loves Jesus way more than he loves me, and so I can trust that as he follows the Lord, that I'm safe, my family is safe, and it doesn't always look perfect. Again, we might find ourselves in financial hold or with our backs against the walls for different things, but I know that my husband is faith first in his relationship with Jesus, and I can follow him anywhere.
Yeah, and something I appreciate about Jenna is that while I am kind of more of a steady, methodical person, she pushes me. She pushes me to step out. And the primary way she does that is she believes in me. And so she encourages me to take steps that I wouldn't take. She has a faith in me. And because of that faith, not a faith that I'm perfect, but a faith that that we're following God together and things will work out. And so that encourages me to take steps. Ladies, I would give this to you. If you've got a husband who just seems like he's struggling, it may be because he feels like he doesn't have your support, or maybe he feels like you don't believe in him. If you want your husband to step up and step out, then let him know that you believe in him, that you've got him. No matter what happens, no matter what the potential outcome is, you are there with him.
Yeah.
So that wraps up our podcast for today, but we want to let you know a little bit more about what's coming. Like we said at the beginning, we're going to tackle a myth every week. And so look for our podcast every week. We'll have some fun segments in there, but really we want to just share our life with you. That's why we titled this thing, This Is Life, because we find ourselves in moments all the time that are just crazy, unexpected, and out of the norm.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I had an old truck that I was driving, and I just got it fixed, just got it working for her birthday. We went out for coffee. On the way back, transmission went out. We were on the side of the road, had to call a friend to come pick us up with a trailer. And we're just sitting there, just kind of laughing and joking about this whole crazy mess. And
hanging out on the side of the road in a 1955 Ford truck.
Yep.
Fantastic.
And
why not?
We have found ourselves in that situation so many times.
Yeah.
Like, this is just life. Life is messy, but it's so much fun and so awesome. And we hope that's what you guys take away. So expect us to tackle myths, expect us to share stories from our life, and expect to see how our ins and outs and our ups and downs hopefully give you hope that marriage can be an awesome thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was so good to be with you guys today, and I can't wait to see you next time.
All right, we'll see you guys.
'Cause I'd still pick you in the checkout line when the coupons fail and the card declines, when the kids are screaming and the car won't steer, and I'm one small inconvenience from a breakdown in here. Yeah, I'd still pick you. You're my steady north, my Jedi in my course.